In the last couple of videos, we showed you what you could get for $1 million in Tokyo's most expensive neighborhoods, followed by Tokyo's cheapest neighborhoods. And today, as you can kind of see, we're not in Tokyo, we're actually in Kyoto. Or at least that's what the map says, to show you what you can get here for $1 million.
I know, it doesn't look like the Kyoto you know and love, but the house we're seeing today is technically still in the same prefecture, being in the hills of the picturesque city of Nantan. This area is about an hour and a half north of Kyoto Station by car and is known for its beautiful nature as well as its collection of quaint thatched roof houses in small villages that wouldn't be out of place in a Hayao Miyazaki movie. Just a side note, it turns out that Nintendo game developer Shigeru Miyamoto, of Mario and Legend of Zelda fame, is from here. Enough about anime and video games though. Today's property is over 100 years old, and though it may look antique from the outside, it went through a full renovation in spring of 2023, to the point that the only original parts are the beams and the ceilings. The thatched roof may look old, but it's also brand new, and that's because these have to be redone every 20 years to prevent leaks. Roof thatchers are a dying breed in Japan, but luckily there's more than a few in the area due to the nearby thatched roof village. This beauty comes at a cost though. To redo the roof can set you back upwards of $100,000. Speaking of $100,000, we've just reached 100,000 subscribers on Tokyo Portfolio. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now's your time to do it. Now, let's go see the rest of the home.
So before we go in, I just wanted to show you one thing. It's this right over here, which is an automatic sink, because this place was conceived during COVID, and that's when people were a bit more conscious about hygiene. But let's go inside and see the rest of the house. Right away, when you walk into this place, you'll see very high ceilings, which I always love, and also this. The owner and builder of this place is actually the same person. He's a contractor, so he made this absolutely beautiful built-in bench right here just to take off your shoes so that you can easily access your little tea area, which is what this is. That comes out, you can put a kettle in there to warm up the water. And right next to this first tea area, there's more than one in this house, you have this shelf area right over here, so you can put your trinkets or artwork, whatever you'd like, or in the case of the owner now, a 78 record player complete with your own record collection as well. But let's go see the first bathroom. So this 133 square meter house, or about 1,400 square foot house, is in the middle of the mountains in Kyoto, and the thinking is, you come home, you're gonna be a little dirty from doing all that trekking, so you want to shower right away. Well, that's why they put it right next to the entrance. And you can see, it's very large, at least for Japanese standards, and it's a Japanese style bath where you have the separate tub and the shower all in one big wet room. So you can get everything wet in here, no problem. And also you don't even really have to worry about mold either, because you have this guy up here, the in-bath dryer system. And as is, you know, the thing on this channel, I must check out this bath. And it's a good size, I have to say. It's big enough for my ego. So that's great. Oof. Now, let's go see the rest of this place. So coming out of the first bathroom, you end up right in the kitchen, actually. And this is a beautiful kitchen. Again, everything completely handmade, except for this guy right over here. But what I like about this is that you actually have, in my opinion at least, a decently sized stove. And you have a 3-burner one right here. The ones in Japan, they tend to be so small that the pots just kind of clank with each other. So I don't really like that, but this is a good size. It does have the standard Japanese feature of a fish grill right over here, and it doesn't have an oven, but that's fine because most people in Japan don't have ovens. They just buy something like this. It's an oven and microwave all built in one. But once you're done with your cooking, you just bring it over here to your, again, beautifully constructed, handmade breakfast bar, complete with 3 seats as well. But what I'm really interested about this kitchen is the fact that you have this room right here next to it, which is the second bathroom. And unlike the first bathroom that we showed, this one is a Western style one, meaning that you don't have the bath in its own room and the toilet in a separate room. It's all one room, and it's very sleek, very modern, and very tastefully done as well. But I showed you the breakfast bar. This is one place that you can eat. Let's go see another place that you can eat. So this is by far my favorite place in this entire house, the dining room. So this is what they call an irori. It's a fire hearth, right? It's just a pit that you can put some coals in and maybe boil some water, or in a lot of cases what they do in Japan is they'll put fish onto sticks and put them around the fire and just have them slowly cook with the smoke and everything coming up as well. And this is something that you don't really find in too many houses these days because, I mean, there are of course some fire hazards involved with having one of these, but it's a lot of maintenance as well. I just want to pause right here to let you guys know something that I don't really talk about on this channel that much. I actually have a real estate agency in Tokyo. I know it's hard to believe. It's called Black Ship Realty, but our website is tokyoportfolio.com. And on there you can see some of the listings that we can show you. And yeah, just reach out if you ever want to rent or buy something. But yeah, back to the tour. What I will say though is that I personally love these. It's just the kind of warmth that you don't otherwise get in a house, and also the smell and the lights and everything just kind of gives you a little bit more ambiance in your already beautiful house. But one other thing in this room that I really like is right up here. This is one of the few parts of this house that is actually original to the build, namely the roof. So this is an over 100-year-old roof, and you can tell just by the color and the patina on the wood up here, which you don't really get with newer woods. But while we're here, I do want to show you one thing, which I'm sure the cameraman will hate me for because this will blow it all out. You have this right here. So this area, right in between the main part of the house and the outside, they're kind of like a sunroom. They call this an engawa, and this is a place where a lot of times you will have maybe a little table and chairs, kind of like as a loungy area, just so that you can see what's going on outside. You can open up the windows and have a nice breeze come in over here as well, and yeah, just enjoy the scenery in general. But there is one more room in here that I want to show you, which is right over here. This is the second tea room. So the first tea room, as you might remember, was in the entrance, and that was more of a Western style one. You could just sit on the chairs and have your tea, right? But with this one, this is a traditional Japanese style tea room. And what that means is that this is where you'll be on your knees having your whole tea ceremony, where you have somebody make you a cup of matcha tea and take it like this and all that. But you could tell that this is a tea room because you have this right here, which is where you would put your heating elements and actually boil the water itself, which I find really cool. You don't really find new places that have these in them because, you know, tea ceremony is kind of a dying breed, unfortunately. So this room is by far the most traditionally Japanese looking room in the entire house. You have your tokonoma over there where you can put all kinds of decorations and scrolls, whatever you would like. And it's just a good place to relax and just chill after a long day's work of doing whatever you do. But once you're done chilling, you can go right over here to this treacherously low door, and you step right into the master bedroom. Yes, we haven't actually covered any of the bedrooms in this house, and that's because this is the only bedroom in here, actually. Or you could probably put somebody into the tea room, no problem. But this is a pretty good size for a Japanese bedroom in general, but it also comes with plenty of generous storage over here with your two-step closet over here. This is a Japanese style of closet. It's called an oshiire, and this is where you would normally put your futons and your bedding and all that kind of stuff, in addition to your clothing as well. Now, I do want to talk a bit more about numbers, so let's go to another room and talk brass tacks. So this place, first off, is on a very, very large plot of land. We didn't talk about this, but this is 1/4 of an acre, or about 1,300 square meters. That's huge for Japan standards, at least. And also, the house is pretty sizable. It's 133 square meters, or about 1,400 square feet or so. And yes, it is originally from about 100 years ago, maybe a bit longer, but everything inside is new. The only parts that are original are the roof, the ceiling, and some of the posts, as you can see right behind me. Now, this place is listed right now for 150 million yen, which at the current exchange rate is just about $1 million, actually. And with that, you get a beautifully renovated place, a country home in the middle of the Kyoto forest. Right on the river, you can go down there, you can fish, you can barbecue, do whatever you like down there. And yeah, just have your summer and winter getaway right here. Now, if you want to learn more about this property, you can look in the link in the description below. And feel free to visit our website at tokyoportfolio.com. And of course, subscribe to us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you may use. Now, until next time, thanks for watching.